Alright, so this is a suggestion from Patreon. The name of the song is Mack the Knife by the artist Louis Armstrong. It's interesting. I have a really long history with Louis Armstrong, guys. I remember when I was younger, I went to the Louis Armstrong Museum, right? And that was because I was raised in a grandmother was an opera singer, and she basically influenced the family to create family nights, let's say. Like, I think it was like every Tuesday there would be music for appreciation, in a sense, right? We'd hear music from the early 1900s up into the 1950s, and we would just sit and appreciate music for what exactly it is. And I think that kind of, in a sense, molded me to do this. I think it's weird, but like, I now am doing what I've kind of always done, right, in a sense, for you guys, though. So this is cool, guys. Mack the Knife, an absolutely amazing song. I think it's originally by Bobby Darin, I think, maybe. Bobby Darin or Bobby Darin's version is the most popularized version, potentially. Specifically for me, I love Frank Sinatra's version on his absolutely iconic Duets album, where he brought basically the who's who of like talent from like the 60s and 70s and 80s, right? So yeah, guys, if you are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this type of content. All right, no lyrics are needed. I know the song at the back of my hand. All right, let's jump into it. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, and of course, super hard trumpets. Respect. He is so good, dude.
Oh, the shock has pretty deep deal.
Can you not like hear Louis Armstrong singing and then immediately you're like, oh yeah, that's Louis Armstrong, obviously. Listen, his vocal texture, that gravel that he has, I've never heard anyone else ever sing like this man, guys. Never. And every single song I've heard from him, well, the first time I heard him, I think it was What a Wonderful World in Disney World in Florida. I was on a ride and I was like, what is this, right? And then I was explained, this is Louis Armstrong. And then literally, as soon as we got back from Florida to New York, a couple of weeks later, because of my absolute interest in finding out who this person was, we had gone to the museum, and about a year later, I started playing the trumpet and the French horn and the clarinet and the bass clarinet. He just basically introduced me to the concept of instruments. And currently at this time, I play seven different instruments.
Oh, the shock has pretty deep deal.
Okay.
And he shows them pretty white. Just a jackknife as Mack he did.
I love the usage of the clarinet in the background.
And he keeps it out of sight. When the shark bites with his teeth, dear, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves though, where's Mack he dear? So there's not a trace of red.
That trace of red is blood.
Oh, on the side,
just so you guys know.
Sunday morning lies a body.
That double bass is
life. Someone sneaking around the corner. Is that someone? Mack the Knife, yes, from a tugboat by the river, baby.
Oh.
A cement bag drooping down.
If you only like, do you hear what he's talking about? Tying a bag of cement to someone's feet and basically extinguishing their life through asphyxiation, maybe? I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible without saying the D word. You get what I mean? Just, they no longer can breathe. They don't breathe water, do they? They're not fish. They don't have gills. Okay, just keep that in mind. That's what he's talking about. Well, that's what Mack the Knife did, and it's interesting because, for the most part, whenever I hear Louis Armstrong, whether it's Wonderful World or La Vie en Rose, right? Never anything like super violent, and this is probably like pretty out there for him, guys.
And the cement's for the weight, dear.
Oh yeah.
That you, Mackie, back in town. Yes, Louis Miller.
Louis Miller.
Disappeared, dear.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
After drawing out all this cash. And Mackie spends like a sailor.
Oh yeah.
Did our boy do something rash?
Yes, he did. You know it. He knows it. Bobby Darin knew it when he decided to create this absolute masterpiece. He did. Everyone knew, right, that this was this, guys. Yeah, Macheath was an absolute horrific individual, apparently. Allegedly. I don't know. But via the story that I hear regularly, because I listen to Mack the Knife from Frank Sinatra probably 3 times a day, every day. This is the wake-up song. I wake up to Mack the Knife, guys. I do. Literally, that's my alarm. My alarm is Mack the Knife, guys. Right?
Suki Tatre, Jenny Dival, Lottie Lanier, St. Lucy Brown. Yes, the line bounds on the right, dear.
Oh, wow, guys. I just realized. In Frank Sinatra's version, he basically gives a shout out to Louis Armstrong for singing this song. Apologies for my ignorance, people. I just realized that. So now, wow, I should probably check out the other versions also that he mentioned, because he gave a shout out to a couple of artists that had sung this song also, but I never actually looked into those artists because I've just been so. In fact, listen, first of all, I have a confession, all right? I'm absolutely obsessed with Frank Sinatra's music. I think Frank Sinatra was like the best artist in the history of humanity. I'm sorry, that may hurt people's feelings, maybe, but there's not a single better artist than Frank Sinatra being produced by Quincy Jones. When Quincy Jones and Frank Sinatra got together, right? Every single thing that was produced afterwards is probably some of the best music I've ever heard in my life. Like musically, it's just so well put together, right? And then you have then later on you had Michael Jackson, where Quincy Jones influenced that. You see what I'm saying? So like, honestly, I think it just may be Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones was a genius, is a genius. He's still here, right? He is an absolute genius, still producing. Now he's working with, Angelina Jordan, and that's interesting. And, Angelina Jordan is producing amazing, amazing content also, guys, right? So I think it's Quincy Jones, guys. I don't know. But either way, amazing song. Anyone who sings it is just going to absolutely crush this song, guys.
Now that my keys rock guitar.
Just a last story before we go. This is perfection. I'm not going to complain. There's obviously nothing to complain about or to give critique about. Louis Armstrong is exactly who he is. Super gritty, gravelly voice. It just works, guys. It's this unique sound that cannot be replaced, and he had it, guys, right? But the last story is right across from the Louis Armstrong Museum in Queens, right? There is I don't know if it's still there, but I remember vividly walking across the street, and we ate lunch, and it was at this Jewish bakery. They made like knishes, Knish, right? So if you want to look that up, that's how it is. That's how it's spelled. I think it's a Yiddish. The word is Yiddish, but anyway. And they had like a Louis Armstrong like special or something, and I remember eating it, and I was just so infatuated with him since then, guys. And like I said, it's just a shame that I did not ever know that this existed, guys. But all right, I'm sorry to be so long-winded here. This is my world space that we're in right now. All right, but all right, listen. Let me know in the comments if you want me to hear any more of his music, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. All right, and listen, guys. You guys all have an amazing day. Enjoy it thoroughly.